So when you're sitting in that exam, you feel that incredible feeling, incredible, calm feeling. I know this. I got this. I've got this. I've been preparing for this. And I've got this. And I could get the examiner down here right now. The person, whoever this secret guy is who writes all these exam papers, a secret girl or whatever it is. Hey, how are you doing? It's Alan here from Look for Warriors, and I want to talk about the Leaving Cert, because a lot of people in Ireland, Leaving Cert is the main exam you do in Ireland. And there's a lot of people in Ireland now doing the Leaving Cert. And I want to talk to them. I think back to my own time doing the Leaving Cert. It's a very, very worrying time. You're in a position where, I'll just talk about me. I was in a position where I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't even know what was a possibility. And I wonder, is that the same for people now, or are they all clued in nowadays? But I didn't even know what was a possibility. And not only that, what I do now for work didn't exist when I was doing the Leaving Cert. Didn't exist. Now, not that it wasn't on the curriculum for the Leaving Cert. It didn't even exist as a thing. Didn't even exist as a thing. And I can imagine that for a lot of people doing the Leaving Cert now, what they will do to make ends meet for a job later on, for a career or whatever, later on, it may not exist right now. It may not even exist right now. Because if you go off to college, or if you do something else, or you work somewhere in between while you're trying to learn what the hell you want to do, 3, 4, 5 years right now is huge. Like, things in 5 years' time, it's 2021 now. In 5 years' time, there's going to be jobs that didn't exist now. There's going to be jobs that didn't exist now. A social media manager didn't exist when I was doing the Leaving Cert. That's not what I do, by the way. A email marketing consultant didn't exist when I was doing the Leaving Cert. YouTube didn't exist. I'm kind of dating myself a little bit now. Google didn't exist. I started working on the internet before Google existed. So, and I did years and years and years doing what's called SEO, which is just making websites come up in the search engines. Google mostly, you really focus on Google because it's 90% of where people want, where the traffic is. So you got to focus on Google. But when I started building stuff on the web, Google didn't even exist. Didn't even exist. And when you're doing your job later on in your life, whatever it happens to be, it's very, very possible it's something that doesn't exist right now. So when you're doing your Leaving Cert and you're doing English and they're asking you to read a poem and tell you about the poem, or tell you about passages of a novel or whatever. When you're doing your history and they're asking you about Irish history, or asking you about one of the world wars, or maybe even communism. Useful and interesting stuff to know. Certainly useful to know history so it's not repeated again. The bad parts of history. And when you're in geography and they're asking you about rivers and lakes and where mountains are, same things you can ask on the internet very, very easily and find out in 5 seconds. How useful are these things? And these things can be useful for sure when you're doing your maths. How useful are they for the job that you're going to be doing in the future? How useful are they? And will you want to use them again later? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say they're not useful. But you need to get a result. You need to get a result whether they're useful or not. You need to get a result. You need to get those points. It's just a system that's there. You do need to get those points. So, for me, and I have a son who's going to be doing the Leaving Cert soon, and I'm going to be saying this same thing to him, other kids as well who will be doing the Leaving Cert in the future. And I'm going to be saying this to him. It's not that useful. It's not that useful. A lot of it, you can look it up on the internet, get the answer in 5 seconds. You can ask verbally for the answer and it will be given to you. It's not that useful. Knowledge in general is a useful thing, but it's not that useful. And they've put you in this game. They put you in this game where you need to remember facts and regurgitate them later on. They put you in that game. So since you were put in that game, just play that game. Play the game they put you in, but be an absolute master of the game. Don't think that it's important. Don't think that those facts you're remembering are important. They're actually not that important. But what is important is the points. Focus on the prize. The only thing that's important is the points. That's all that matters. No one's going to care what facts you remembered from school. I don't remember most of them myself. But the points are going to get you to the places that you want to go to. And you want to go to places. You want to have options. Options are a good thing. And I know if I was saying this to me while I was in school, I'd have been like, hey, old guy, I'm not that interested. Go away. I don't care. I just don't care. But it is important. But it is important. So I want to talk to me. That me of that time and say, hey, this is important. So play the game. Play the exact game they put you in. But be a master of that game. So you just get those past papers. And there's a system for learning. There's a little system for learning which is really, really simple. And we have great tools that we can use these days. So you download those exam papers. You get them from my examination study. You download those exam papers. And you get your Evernote out. Use Evernote. Evernote is great. And Evernote is free for what you want to use it for. Now I pay for Evernote, so like €10 a month or something. But for what you need it for, it's absolutely free. So you go in, you do your subject and your notes, wherever it is, but you write out an answer to each question. Do it the first time, you won't be able to do an answer. First question, whatever it is, maths paper 1. First question, you won't be able to write an answer. Now you go and find out how to write a great answer to that question. Go and find out. It's going to be easy. It's all over the internet. There's loads of people who want to help you. Find out how to write a great answer to that question. Don't go and pay for grinds. You don't need them. You just do this system. Find a great answer to that question. Put it into Evernote. Move on to the next one. Find a great answer to that question. Put it into Evernote. So, and when you're learning something, there's the system of see it, do it, teach it. Now, it used to be called grammar, logic, and rhetoric. But it's basically see it, do it, teach it. So you go and find out how to do a great answer to that question on YouTube, on wherever. It's going to be hundreds of places. Khan Academy, where it doesn't matter where it is. There's going to be hundreds of places where you can find a good answer to that question. So see it. Then do it. Then do it. The same question that you just answered in Evernote. Go on blank page in Evernote. Don't find out how to do it and see if you can do it without looking. And then the last section is teach it. The same question. You go and show someone else how to do it. Or when you can show someone else how to do it without notes, you know it. Or just film yourself doing it. Or something. Get a friend of yours to sit behind you and watch you doing it. But teach it. See it. Do it. Teach it. That's the system. As soon as you can teach it, you know it. And you make sure before you go into that exam that every single question, you can teach someone that question. And just do the questions. Don't waste your time with the rest of it. Just do the questions. So when you're sitting in that exam, you feel that incredible feeling. Incredible, calm feeling. I know this. I got this. I've got this. I've been preparing for this. And I've got this. And I could get the examiner down here right now. The person, whoever this secret guy is who writes all these exam papers, a secret girl or whatever it is, I could take him down here now or her down here. And I could teach them how to do this question. I could write out a whole new question for them if I needed to. Because I'm an expert at this. And I completely got this. And I'm going to stay and I'm going to feel really comfortable and I'm going to write out all these answers. I'm going to walk out of here with this incredible feeling inside. Incredible feeling. I was prepared and this went really well. You feel good. And take a moment in the middle of the exam to sit down on your seat and look around. Look around. And look at the faces of the other people there. And some of them are going to have this horrible look at their faces. This horrible stress look on your face. And you're going to feel completely calm. You're going to feel confident and excited to be there. I've been practicing for this. Just gives you options later on. You've got good options. You can decide what you want to do with your life. It's really important. It's really, really, really important. Don't throw it away. I threw it away. But I didn't have some old guy on the internet advising me at the time. But you do. So don't throw it away. Just do the exam questions. Go through them. You've got a year to do it. You've got a whole year to do it. Go through them. See it. Do it. Teach it. And just get the options in your life that you want. I genuinely believe that in the next 10 years we will not be doing these exams anymore. They're so outdated. But while they're there, if you're forced to play the game, just play the game. Play it better than anyone else. Make sure you're the expert. It's been Alan here from Looking for Warriors. Good luck in your exams. I know you've got this.